Guess what? I think I screwed up. But before you lose your cool, I just want to say that it's not my fault at all. I mean, school is too hard and I don't think I could handle it anymore. I literally don't understand what's going on and what I am supposed to do during lectures. I guess all of the people around me are just naturally smarter. With that being said, I'm not graduating college this year either. Trust me, but studying isn't my cup of tea.
What did you just say? You're not graduating college this year either? Studying isn't your cup of tea. Are you kidding with me or what?
Well, I apologized to my professor many times already, but he doesn't even bother to look me in the eyes at this point. He told me that he won't let me pass if I don't attend his classes at all. Come on, you know how boring it is to hear him talk for 2 hours straight, right? Anyways, he's nothing but a cranky old trout. Ha! I'd rather jump off from a building than complete the homework he assigns.
How can you speak of him like this? He is your teacher and you need to have some respect, young lady. Plus, finishing your homework is your job as a student. It's not optional. Also, what he's saying is nothing but the truth. You don't deserve a bachelor's degree when you don't even know the most basic concepts. You need to start going to classes if you want to graduate. I'm telling you this for the last time, but you're not a 5-year-old anymore, so start acting like an adult.
Yeah, whatever. You never take my side when there's something up. I'm used to it. Still, I just can't help but fall asleep the moment I enter the classroom. Plus, you're always so serious, man. You're my older sister, not my mom. That's why you don't have any friends. But anyways, I'll do what you say next year. Make sure to pay my tuition fee first. I know it's quite expensive, but you should just bear with it. I mean, graduation just seems to be further and further from me. I wonder how many years it'll take me to get that diploma.
Don't try to gloss over your mistakes and laziness. Life will only get harder when you start working. That's why I want you to get an education so you can have more choices. Do you have any idea how hard I have to work just to pay for your tuition? I don't even take any days off during holidays and weekends.
I'm well aware that you work 2 jobs from day to night. But what can I do about it? It's not like I want to stay a senior in college for the rest of my life either. But Mom and Dad passed away because of a car accident. From then on, you became my primary caregiver and family. So you're the only one whom I can rely on. I know it's exhausting to earn money, but since you're smart, I'm assuming that it won't be the end of the world for you. Stop complaining and think about how you can get the bonus this month. Also, I'm going to this amusement park that just opened with my friends tomorrow.
Well, I'm starting to lose faith in you. How can you hang out with your friends when you know that you have a mountain of things to do? Just know that I can't look after you like this forever. There will be a day when you have to put food on the table yourself. I will get married and start my own family someday. I won't have the extra time and energy to constantly check on how you're doing. So you need to stop being so irresponsible. It just seems to me that you've never grown up.
Fine, I got it. But I believe that everyone should have the right to have fun. I also get stressed out sometimes, as I'm a human being. Anyways, let's not get so hung up on me because you have to tell me how you can ever get married when you work all day. Don't start worrying for your future when you don't have one yet. I mean, who would want to marry someone so nerdy like you?
You never know what's gonna happen in life. I'm engaged.
What?
I wasn't thinking of letting you know today, but yeah, I'm finally getting married. I started dating this colleague of mine last year, and then he proposed to me a few months earlier.
Seriously? You have a boyfriend? How do you have time to go on dates when you're bent over backwards with work?
If you studied a little harder, you would have the time to begin a romantic relationship too. Anyways, I'm telling you right now that I will be starting a new chapter in life soon. So you need to become more independent and figure things out yourself from now on. With that being said, pull your act together and graduate before it's too late. Don't cause me so much trouble anymore. I'm your older sister, all right, but I have a life of my own, too.
Okay, I won't let you down anymore. I will give my all this time. But anyways, I want to hear more about this great news. I'm assuming that you're gonna have a wedding, right? I can't wait to see you in a beautiful white dress. I'll also try my best to make your big day the most special one in this entire world. I can help you with preparing for the ceremony.
In that case, I would really appreciate it if you would graduate first. That'll for sure make me the happiest I could possibly be.
Are we seriously going to talk about this again?
You know that I'm worried about you. You've been coming home very late at night recently and completely wasted. That's why I'm telling you to stop skipping classes to go drink with your friends. This is not what going to college is for.
Yeah, whatever. You're annoying. Now I'm not even that excited about the wedding anymore. I'm staying at my friend's house tonight.
Congratulations, Luna. I just saw your text earlier. I'm so glad to hear that you finally found the love of your life. Thank you so much, Mabel. You know how devastated I was when your parents passed away. As your mom's older sister, I didn't think that life could get any worse. But now that you're going to marry the right man for you, I'm starting to believe that every cloud does indeed have a silver lining to it. Don't forget to send me the invitation card. I'll be there no matter what. Are you sure that you can make it, though? I'm well aware of how busy you are with work, so it's totally fine if you can't attend. Well, I would hate to miss out on your big day, so don't worry about me. I'm sure that I could take a leave of absence. After all, you only get one wedding throughout your entire life. He's your one and only, right? I can't even begin to imagine how ecstatic Layla probably was when she first heard it. I mean, the two of you know each other more than anybody else. Tell me, was she like a dog with two tails when you told her about the engagement?
I mean, she's been giving me attitude these past few days, just like she used to when we were little. The way she's acting lately, I'm assuming that she might even feel relieved to see me gone. There won't be anyone there to nag her all the time.
What? Did you guys get into a fight or something? I always thought of you and Layla like two peas in a pod.
I did manage to send her to college, but things began to take a bad turn from there. She doesn't go to any of her classes, and this is her second time repeating her senior year.
Is that so?
I tried my best to not let her walk down the wrong path, but I'm snowed under work every day, so I can't make much time for her. Plus, she's almost never at home. Even if I want to sit down and have a conversation with her, it's not possible.
You should have told me earlier about this if it's been bothering you that much. You are just too nice to blow a fuse at her. But I can do it for you. I don't care if Layla hates me after this.
She's my younger sister. I should be the one taking responsibility for her actions. What's more, I would hate to cause any inconvenience for you.
You don't have to bow and scrape with me. I mean, you always have this habit of trying to handle everything by yourself. Drop by my house if anything like this happens again. You know how happy I am to see you get married. But it's also my duty to be there for you in the present.
Got it, Mabel. Thanks. I'll pay you a visit after work today, then. Layla's gonna be at her friend's place anyways.
Sounds good. I'll be waiting for you with delicious wine and cheese. Layla, where are you at? The ceremony is about to start.
What? Are you talking about your wedding? It's today?
Do you have any idea of what you're saying? Check the calendar right now. Today is my big day.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot about it. The sky is turning dark already. What the heck is going on? I'm so confused. Don't tell me that I overslept.
Well, one thing I know is that you're definitely late. Are you at home right now?
No, I'm at a friend's place. One of my friends rang me up last night to ask if I wanted to have a drink. So then I said yes and partied at her house with the others. I'm in huge trouble now. Guess I shouldn't have kicked that bottle of whiskey down. I'm starting to feel a splitting headache.
I've seriously had enough of you at this point. What were you even thinking last night?
I'm so sorry. But I did remember about your wedding.
Stop making excuses for yourself. What are you going to do now? Weren't you supposed to deliver a wedding speech today? You told me that you wrote it just to let me know how thankful you are to me all these years.
Holy cow! I mean, I did prepare a letter for you, but that's not what's important. There's no way for me to get dressed and put on makeup in 10 minutes. Plus, I feel so queasy right now, I don't think I can even stand on my own legs. I'm really sorry, Luna, but I'm afraid that I won't be able to make it today.
Excuse me? Are you seriously planning on not showing up at all? Today is not just an ordinary day at school. It's my big day.
The thing is, I'm 3 sheets to the wind right now. I guess that's what happens when you drink like a sailor. Were you looking forward to my speech or something? Well, too bad then. I mean, if that's really the case, then I guess we'll have to go with the silver bullet.
What do you mean? The silver bullet? What are you planning on doing? I'm telling you right now, but you better lay off any shenanigans.
Basically, all you have to do is cancel your wedding today and postpone it for a later time. What a perfect solution, right? That way, I won't be considered as being absent. After all, I told you that I will make your wedding the most special one on Earth. Plus, it's not like the world is ending tomorrow and this is your last chance to get married. You're still pretty young. Just like how I'm repeating a grade, you can give the wedding another try too. If your husband really loves you, then he should be willing to wait for you as well.
Excuse me. What's wrong with you? I'm not sure if you're the Layla whom I've known for my entire life anymore. I mean, you have always been fairly feckless, but this is just over the top. Plus, are you being serious right now? I'm only getting married once, and you're telling me that you're fine with not coming?
What are you talking about? Do I not sound serious? I mean, although I'm usually a bright and outgoing person, I'm not that big of a fan of jokes and pranks. So what do you think? I'm such a genius for coming up with this, right? You don't have to shower me with compliments just yet, though.
Layla, you really crossed the line. I don't know what to say at this point to help you comprehend how serious this is. But you shouldn't have taken things this far. I tried my best to bear with you because that's what Mom and Dad probably wanted of me.
What do you mean? Are you putting off the wedding or not? It's not like I planned on oversleeping. Can't you just be more understanding? Anyways, I demand that you cancel it today. There might be a fine incurred, but you can just ask your fiancé to pay for it. I'm your one and only younger sister. I'm sure you don't want to get married without me present, right? Wouldn't you be sad if I'm not there to see you walk down the aisle? I promise you that I will be more mindful and punctual. So you should just get married next year or something. I'll be the first one to get there then.
I don't remember having a younger sister, though. In fact, I'm an only child. My parents only have one daughter, and that's me.
What? But I am your younger sister. Have you lost your memory or something? Wait, what's going on right now? You're scaring me.
I'm sick and tired of you. I did everything within my power to help you succeed in life. But all you do is disappoint me time after time. And now I have reached my breaking point. Tell you what, I'm not your nanny or servant. Nobody pays me to take care of you. So this is it for me. I'm done. I no longer have a younger sister. And you should live your life from now on without relying on me.
What are you talking about? What's going on with you all of a sudden? I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Are you throwing a fit right now because I overslept?
Of course I'd be throwing a fit. My anger has hit the ceiling already. We're not family anymore. You're nothing more than a stranger to me.
You can't do this to me. How are we strangers? Do you even realize that we only have each other because our parents both passed away? If you do, then stop acting like we're strangers. You can't just abandon me because I'm not a very punctual person.
But you are a stranger to me. We're not even related by blood. You're aware of this, right?
Yeah, I am. You're adopted. I'm the biological daughter of Mom and Dad.
I'm glad you still remember this. Although it's probably the only thing you would remember after drinking so much. You know, every time I see you, you're pretty much always drunk as a skunk.
That's not true. I'm not always drunk. I'm a social drinker.
Anyways, just like you said, I'm not Mom and Dad's real daughter. They only adopted me because they were having trouble giving birth to one themselves. Then a miracle happened shortly after the adoption and you were born. But that didn't stop Mom and Dad from treating me like their own kid.
Exactly! You promised them before they passed away that you'll be by my side no matter what. And that we'll always be sisters, although we're not related by blood. Isn't that why you took care of me all these years?
You're right. I for sure took good care of you ever since Mom and Dad were gone. But I'm really on the verge of a breakdown at this point. I don't want to look after a younger sister who's too lazy to attend her older sister's wedding just because she overslept. You don't deserve to be a part of my life anymore.
Excuse me?
I'm sure that you can survive on your own from now on. You're an adult. I'm cutting you out of my life. We're done.
Wait a second first. I'm still a college student, though. Although I'm over 18 years old, I haven't worked a day in my life. Are you really gonna dump me like this?
You should be able to graduate this year as long as you stop skipping classes. It's your fault that you're getting dumped.
You seriously drive me crazy. You leave me with no choice. I mean, I was about to leave the house for your wedding. But now that you're putting me down like this, I'd rather just stay at home after all. I might even just throw this letter I wrote in the trash.
Do you think that by doing this you can change my mind? In fact, you don't have to come today. I told my friend to read her letter instead. Nobody knows that you're supposed to deliver a speech today. Except for me, as it's meant as a surprise. I mean, how ironic, right?
Excuse me? Do you know how long it took me to write this frickin' letter? You're the worst older sister I've ever seen.
We've been best friends for 10 years. She knows me better than I do myself. Plus, we went through all the ups and downs together. I'd rather listen to what she has to say about our friendship. So you don't have to bother about the speech anymore. Plus, I know that you never wrote a letter for me in the first place. Make sure to practice your lying skills the next time you want to fool me. I saw you only writing, "Dear Luna," and then leaving the house to drink with your friends the other day. You don't deny it, right? Of course, I would still like to applaud you for at least trying. After all, you couldn't even figure out how to conjugate most verbs before middle school. But just know that trying doesn't equal success. What's more, you can't call writing 2 words on a piece of paper a letter, right? Come on. You really need to wake up and face reality at this point.
I had everything ready to go in my head. You know how good my memory is, don't you? I could recite all of it right now if given the chance. Whatever. I don't give a damn about you anymore. You act like you saved the world when all you've done is look out for your own sister. I'm never going to your wedding in a million years. Your marriage won't go well without my blessings. I know it for a fact. I'm sure this is gonna weigh down on your conscience when you realize that your one and only sister is absent. So don't even think about begging me to come later. I'm sure Mom and Dad would be extremely upset if they learn about the way you're treating me.
You looked absolutely stunning yesterday. I just couldn't hold back my tears when I saw you walking down the aisle. Also, the new house is waiting for you guys right now. This is my wedding present for the two of you, so don't feel any pressure. I'm sure that you're gonna like it when you're back from the honeymoon trip. I spent a fortune on renovation and furniture. Tell you what, there is a jacuzzi in the bathroom. I know that you've always dreamed of having one, so I installed it for you.
Thank you so much, Mabel. I really appreciate it. You're always like a mother figure to me ever since that accident. But are you sure that it's all right for us to live at your place? Because it won't be a problem at all for my husband and I to just live in an apartment. The rent is just too cheap compared to how big the property is. I mean, the backyard is huge and there are 5 bedrooms.
Of course! You're actually doing me a favor by living there. After all, I haven't been able to find a tenant for the longest time. You know, I've always felt very guilty about your parents' death. Somewhere in a corner of my heart, I blame myself for failing to protect my little sister. Plus, I was working overseas at the time and couldn't make it to their funeral. If I'm completely honest with you, I couldn't stop crying on my way back. But anyways, even when I asked to lend you a hand financially, you turned me down and told me that I can take care of everything on my own. That's why I'm so proud of who you are today. Anyways, I hope that you won't feel so bad about living in my house. Will you?
Mabel,
I'm over the moon right now.
but are you 100% positive that this is really what you would prefer? After all, I am adopted, which means that I'm not even related to you by blood.
That's nothing to me. You have always been the apple of my eye. And never for 1 second have I not thought of you as my niece. Trust me, but I know what you've had to go through up until now. It's all right to sometimes rely on your family and friends. For example, consider your husband or me.
Thank you so much, Mabel. I'll make sure to bring you a mountain of souvenirs. Please also pay us a visit after we settle down.
I'd be more than happy to. Have fun for your honeymoon. I can't wait to see the two of you soon.
Luna, you can't do this to me. Are you seriously going to cut off all relationships with your only sister? You should be more brokenhearted than you are right now because I didn't go to your wedding. But then I came to find out that you've already left the country for your honeymoon. Well, I did have a blast overseas for sure. I can't wait to travel the world with my husband again. In fact, we're both a bit jet-lagged right now since we just got back yesterday. You just got back yesterday? Where are you at then? Come home right now if you're back in the US already.
What are you talking about? I'm never going back to that house.
Pardon me?
Do you still not have a grasp of the current situation at hand? I'm leaving you. My new house is very spacious and comfortable. I can't wait to start a new life here with the love of my life.
Excuse me? How come nobody told me about it?
That's none of my problems to care about. I wish you the best with life from now on. You're Mom and Dad's biological daughter, so that property belongs to you. After all, not every college student is the owner of a single-family home. Now that you're completely on your own, I suggest that you be prepared for what life's gonna bring you in the days to come.
What do you mean? Why do I have to be prepared for what life's gonna bring me in the days to come? The only thing that I need to do is live here, right?
Well, you have to pay all the bills, What's more, there's taxes to take care of as well. Oh, and there are a ton of house chores waiting for you. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you this, but I won't be responsible for paying your tuition fee anymore.
Are you for real or what? Am I seriously not your younger sister anymore? What did I even do to deserve this horrible punishment from you? This is way too much at the moment for my brain to process. I feel like my world has been turned upside down. How am I supposed to afford all these costs, though? I literally don't have a penny to my name. I'm totally broke.
Well, you must figure everything out on your own from now on. I just want to be freed from you and live a happier life. With that being said, I have nothing to do with you anymore. It's not like I'm your legal guardian or anything. You're an adult now, so you have to take responsibility for your own actions. Think about what you're going to do with your own life. I can't look after you forever. I might even die before you. What are you going to do then?
I don't care. All I ever knew is how to drink with my friends and have fun. You used to take care of everything for me. Also, I'm not sure when I would be able to graduate either. I have no idea what I need to do in order to pass all of my classes.
Well then, start doing your homework and attending lectures. Also, stop bad-mouthing your professors and listen to what they say. Because if you did what I said above earlier, you could have graduated this year. So you're the one to blame for all this. I mean, when are you going to get a job and start earning money if you can't even graduate first? You're not a baby anymore. It makes me ashamed at this point to admit that you failed to graduate college 2 years in a row.
This must be a lie. You told Mom and Dad that we'll always be sisters no matter what. What happened to that now? Were you serious with what you told me on the day of your wedding? It was all a joke, right? I knew it. You would never treat me like this. I just don't believe that I would actually be a stranger to you from now on. Can you pretend to have never known me in the first place? I mean, are you really abandoning me? Is this how you show Mom and Dad that you fulfilled your promise to them?
I'm sure that Mom and Dad will take my side this time. Plus, don't refer to me as your older sister from now on. We don't even share any genes. I'm putting an end to everything. I've taken care of you for free in the past 20+ years. I'm very exhausted at this point.
But this is unfair. You didn't even give me a heads up on all this. You have to give me time to realize what I've done wrong. What's more, I said that I'm sorry for oversleeping on your big day. But you know that I didn't do it on purpose. I promise you to never drink alcohol again. Plus, I'm almost certain that I can graduate next year. I'll never miss a class anymore and listen to all the lectures. So please, give me one last chance. I'm going to study as hard as I can starting tomorrow and get top grades. I will never repeat any of my stupid mistakes again. Why can't you just trust me this time? I'll show you that I'm no longer my old self anymore. I can't live without you, Luna. Your support means the world to me. I'll do anything to make you stay.
That's not true. I know you can live without me. If you believe yourself to be capable of change, then you should try to prove it next. I mean, I managed to survive till this day without anyone's help. So if you're really my younger sister, then you should be able to do the exact same thing. Plus, it won't be too difficult for you to live a rather easy life from now on as long as you're financially stable. Anyways, take care, Layla. I'm thankful for what Mom and Dad did for me. That's why I didn't just leave you after they passed away. But now, everything's over. Don't let Mom and Dad down. I can already imagine the expressions on their faces if they see how miserable your life is. After that, I deleted Layla's number and texts. I also told Mabel to do the same as Layla won't stop bothering her as well. I also blocked Layla on all social media platforms. She tried to find out where I live, but of course I won't let her have her way with this. Mabel lives very close to her, so she updates me from time to time on how Layla's doing. And from what I've heard, things aren't going very well. It seems like life has been very hard on Layla. She had to get a loan from the bank to purchase a car, so now she's in debt. She also ended up dropping out of college and now works a full-time job. What's worse, she doesn't even take a break on holidays and weekends just to put food on the table. Furthermore, her friends would always have parties in her house when she's not there. So I guess this is what you get for trusting people too much. That's why everything's a mess over at her place. I heard the other day that she can't even afford to call pest control to kill all the termites in the walls. She also has already received a lot of complaints from her neighbors. But Layla doesn't know because she's almost never home. They reported her to the homeowner association for causing too much noise at night. It's so loud that you could hear the party noises 2 streets away. Mabel told me, I wouldn't be too surprised if Layla gets arrested at some point. After all, any criminal could break into her house easily. She also said, I don't feel bad for Layla at all, as I believe that she's only getting a taste of her own medicine. And I can't agree with her more. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when a new video comes out. Don't forget to also leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, you leech! Have you decided when you're finally going to leave all of us alone?
Excuse me? I'm sorry, but what is all this about? Why are you talking to me like this all of a sudden, Linda?
Oh, come on. These aren't just some thoughts that have suddenly come up for me, you know. I have always tried my best to be polite and keep my mouth shut about how I really feel about you, but I just can't hold myself back anymore. And since it seems that you are just too oblivious to be able to pick up on any of the hints I've dropped or read the room, I decided that I should just come out and say it. When are you going to finally leave us alone?
I don't really have any plans on moving out soon, if that's what this is about.
So, you're saying that you're going to keep living with your parents? I mean, wow. Aren't you even the least bit ashamed of yourself? You are 39 years old now. And tell me, is it really true that you don't have a fiancé? Or even a boyfriend?
I'm sorry, but I don't really see how or why those things should concern you. They're all kind of private matters for me, personally.
Whatever. It is not like I was asking because I wanted to know, and certainly not because I care at all. The only thing that I'm really concerned about is when you are planning on leaving the house and stop burdening your family with your presence. I mean, haven't you realized that the whole family just thinks of you as dead weight by this point?
My family thinks that I'm dead weight? And just who did you hear that line from?
Of course nobody has said it out loud, but the only reason for that is because we all understand it amongst ourselves. And besides, any way you think of it, you really are just holding everyone down. After all, an old widow who just lingers around the house with no prospects. What else can you call someone like that but a parasite?
Okay, so you're calling me a parasite. Tell me, just where do you get off saying something like that? Besides, why does it even bother you whether or not I live with my parents? Or have you forgotten that you live in the same house that I do?
Well, duh. Of course it's fine if I live in the family house. After all, Danny is going to inherit it and I'm his wife, so it's only natural that I would move in with him. But you're the older sister. You should be taking more responsibility for your life. You should have gotten married and moved out of the house ages ago. Anyways, this house belongs to Danny and I now, so...
I understand that you might feel that way, but the house still belongs to my parents, in fact.
Again, duh! I'm talking about in the future, of course. But with you still hanging about refusing to leave, they might end up giving the house to you. You are their oldest child, after all. But I like this house, and I want it. In order for that to happen, however, I will need you out of the picture.
Even if I did decide to leave, what would you do to get the house then? After all, my parents are both very healthy for their age and aren't going anywhere soon. So I don't think that getting the house will be the walk in the park that you think it will.
Oh, don't you worry your pretty little head off about that. Your parents aren't the issue here. The only thing that I have a problem with is you. I know that your parents' assets have been shrinking over the years since you insist on leeching off of them like you have been for all these years.
My parents' assets?
That's right. And that means that the amount of money Danny will inherit is shrinking too. What if Danny and I decide that we want kids soon? What are we supposed to do then? Thanks to you, we will all be poor and live in a hovel, and it will be your fault.
So, what you are telling me is that the only reason you two are living here with our parents is because you are after their money? I really don't think you're going to get what you want out of this. So, I am imploring you to stop now.
Of course you would say something like that. So typical from someone like you, honestly. But that's only because you want to keep leeching off your parents and use up all of their money before they die.
I'm sorry, but you really, really have the wrong idea about whatever you think is going on in the house.
That is why I am telling you how everyone feels, so that you won't be living this lie anymore. So you believe me, right? About how the family really feel about you? And now you feel like moving out now, right?
The only thing I feel is annoyed at what you are trying to pull right now. Anyways, I will tell you now that I have no intention of moving out anytime soon. I live with my parents because I am trying to save my money for the future. Have you ever thought about finding a part-time job if you are worried about money? It seems like you have a lot of free time on your hands.
Excuse me? Do you really think that I am going to take this from some old shut-in hag like you? If anyone has free time, it's you!
Actually, I have plenty of work to keep me busy.
What kind of work could you possibly be doing all shut up inside?
Well, I'm pretty sick right now, so I have been working remotely for a while. But also, a lot of the work can be done from home anyways, so...
I don't even know what you're talking about, and I don't care. I bet you're just locking yourself in your room so that you can play video games all day long without anybody seeing. I can tell just by looking at the monthly utility bills how much electricity you use.
Do you really think that is what I am doing all day in my office? Just playing video games and only coming out for food in the toilet? Anyway, Linda, I'm afraid that you are very, very mistaken about many, many things. Maybe you should chat a bit with Danny and he can clear some things up for you. After all, it doesn't really seem like you're all that interested in listening to the things that I am trying to tell you.
No! You're wrong! You're just a no-good, lying, unmarried, old maid, shut-in, crazy lady. Of course I would never listen to a word that comes out of your mouth.
I was afraid you'd feel that way. Anyways, go ask Danny. He'll explain things. See ya! Hey, Danny. Do you have a second? It's about Linda.
Oh, hey Cindy. Yeah, what's up?
Well, I just think she has some weird ideas about my job. And earlier she texted me saying that I was a burden on the family.
Linda said that? You know, lately she's been going through a lot of my savings, if I am being honest. I think she's been acting pretty strangely.
I see. But she seems to think that I am using up all of Mom and Dad's money. I'm not really in a position where I can just move away from them. Would you mind sitting Linda down and explaining everything to her, Danny? It would really mean a lot to me. I just don't want things around the house to get any worse or more tense.
I completely understand. I will make sure to talk to her tonight. I won't be getting home until kind of late at night, but I will be sure to have a serious talk with her.
Thank you. I just feel like she would listen to you more than she did to me. And I really am so sorry to be asking you to do this after you're getting home from a busy day at work. But it would really mean a lot to me.
Cindy! If you don't want this to happen again, maybe you should just move out.
Is that really what you have to say to me while I'm in the hospital? I mean, do you even realize what you've done, Linda?
What are you talking about? Besides, it's not like I had a choice when it came to you. After all, you weren't listening to the things I was trying to tell you.
I wasn't listening to you? So that's why you felt that you needed to push me down the stairs and land me in the hospital? Did you know that if I had landed differently, I could have had some serious injuries? I really don't think that anything I've done to you merited that.
Yeah, it's too bad you didn't fall differently, huh? Anyways, maybe now you'll listen when I tell you to do something. That was your final warning.
A warning? Is that what you were calling it? And just what are you trying to warn me about?
Did you hit your head a little too hard? I'm warning you to leave the house and stop getting in everyone's way. And that was your final warning. Now move out!
Are you sure you're not the only one who feels that way?
Oh yes, I'm positive that everyone else is on my side on this one. Even though you fell down the stairs, we all still hate you. The whole family just thinks you're a giant parasite sucking our lives away.
Oh, really? Because the whole family is here right now apologizing to me.
They're what?
Apologizing for allowing you to come anywhere near me. You know my whole family is in a panic right now.
What are you going on about now? What could they possibly be panicking about? And what do they have to apologize for?
Well, all of them. My parents and even Danny all came to beg me not to leave the house. And they all wanted to apologize to me for not sooner realizing that you have been trying to push me out of here. It goes without saying that I'll be in their house for the foreseeable future.
No! Why are those ingrates apologizing to you? Can't they see that I did what I did for all of our sakes?
You really think that what you did was for everyone's well-being? Are you sure you weren't just thinking of yourself?
And just what makes you say that? All I did was try and remove the leech sucking at the side of its own family.
You're the only one who talks about or thinks about me that way. Everyone else is happy to have me at the house, and since I can't work comfortably from home, I'm able to help my parents out a lot as they get older.
What are you talking about now? You don't do anything for your parents. You're just a shut-in leech bleeding them dry. Right?
I've told you that I'm not a shut-in. I have been managing my company while working from home.
Your company?
Have you really never listened to one word I've said? I thought Danny explained everything to you last night, but apparently not. Don't tell me that you pushed me down the stairs before he had a chance to tell you everything.
Wait, do you really own your own company? You're not just gaming all day in your room?
Contrary to what you might think, I bring in quite a bit from my business. And with it, I'm able to support my family and even provide the house that we have all been living in. How's that for a leech, huh?
You don't support your family. After all, your dad still works.
Years ago, my dad lent money to someone he shouldn't have. It was a hefty loan, but my kind dad did it anyways. Thanks to that, though, my family lost its wealth. Ever since then, I've been working to support and take care of them.
Is that really all true?
Maybe to you it seemed like I was living with them in order to collect on their will, but my parents don't even have that kind of money in the first place. So, you were wrong on all counts.
Wait, what is going on here? What is this? I don't believe a word you're saying. There is no way you could afford such a huge house by yourself.
It wasn't always this big, but I've made many renovations since moving here. My parents signed the deed over to me a long time ago so I could keep up on the property taxes and whatnot with no hassle. Of course, I'm also the one who paid for all of the renovations. Besides the house, I don't think my parents really have much of an estate to pass on to anyone, unfortunately. But even if they did, I hope you understand by this point that you certainly won't be getting anything.
This is unbelievable. Living in such a huge house and yet not having a cent to their names? Well then, why the heck have I been living with your parents for all this time?
Well, you've had a place to live rent-free with utilities and food always being paid for, haven't you? Maybe you can just be grateful for that. But to think that you would go out of your way to hurt the person who has been giving you so much.
But I never meant to hurt you. It was just a warning.
A warning for what, again? You do realize you've committed assault, haven't you? And don't think that I will be letting you live in my house any longer.
Hey, come on now. No need to get so upset. It was all just a big misunderstanding. That's all. I never knew you owned your own company. Maybe we can start over and be friends?
And just who do you think you are to be asking that? I will never, ever want to be your friend. Now get out of my house.
You're kicking me out?
Well, duh. I can't have such a dangerous person in my home and around my family. Now get out!
You can't just throw me out. It's not fair. What about Danny?
It's ironic, isn't it? You threw me down the stairs to try and get me to leave, and now you're the one being thrown out. Talk about just desserts.
Are you being serious right now? You think you can just kick me out? What about your brother?
Danny is welcome to stay in the house as long as he likes. After all, it seems he's already looking into how to start the divorce process.
Divorce? Danny would never divorce me. You don't know what you're talking about.
You mean you haven't heard from him yet? Of course this was the last straw. But even before this, he noticed the way you were burning through his savings, only buying things for yourself. Now everyone knows what a selfish woman you are.
But I thought I was so good about covering my tracks. What gave me away?
I think it's better that you let this serve as a lesson about doing things that you shouldn't. Oh, and one more thing. I will be filing a report with the police about what you did.
The police? Surely you don't have to get them involved.
Did you forget the part where you pushed me down the stairs? Because that is a crime! Anyways, I have witnesses, so this is sure to give you a record. And after Danny divorces you, how will you go on as a single convicted criminal?
I can't have a criminal record. Please, I'll do anything. I'm sorry, so please have mercy.
Aww, and you were so sure of yourself earlier. I don't even have to see you to imagine how pale your poor face must be right now. Maybe you got a little carried away, huh?
You're right. I did. I see that now, so please just forgive me. I'll never do it again. Can't we just go back to being family?
We are not family, and I never want to see your face around mine again.
Don't say that. Of course we are. Danny and I are still married after all.
That is something you'll have to talk about with him. I'm just letting you know the consequences of your actions. Anyways, I am guessing I'll never see you again, so have a nice life. Even if you have to start again from square one. Cindy's family apologized to her, and they all continued to live together in the house she owned. Danny, sickened with the behavior of his wife, agreed with throwing her out of the house and began to file for divorce. Cindy had heard that Linda was arrested for what she had done, but the two never met again. Linda had to restart her life and spends every day thinking about the life she could have been living and regretting what she had done. Although for Linda, it was all a bit late for all that. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Kayla, what are you doing? Hurry up and pick up your phone. I need to talk to you. Are you so useless that you don't know how to pick up? It's not that difficult.
I wasn't sure who was calling. It came up as an unknown number. I'm not certain about this, but would this by any chance be Ariana?
See, you knew it was me. You should have answered the phone.
Hold on. Why are you contacting me of all people? We don't get along well with each other.
I've only seen Harold once since you guys moved in together, so I never got the chance to say this to him. Please, tell Harold I wish him nothing but the best in life. I want to see the two of you prosper together. Consider this me handing him over to you. That's pretty kind of me, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he did mention that he saw you once, but I totally forgot. To think something like that happened and I didn't even remember it goes to show how much I trust him, don't you think?
Don't talk about me like I'm nothing. I was a very important woman in Harold's life. How disrespectful can you be? You should be kinder to me. You're supposed to respect your husband's ex-wife.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come off like that. I just meant that it was a while since I last saw you guys talk with each other. Let's forget about that. Since you're contacting me instead of Harold, is there something you want to talk to me about specifically?
Of course there's a reason. You'd think I'd be talking with you of all people right now if I didn't have a reason. There's something I need to talk about that is of great importance, especially to you. You really need to hear this.
Okay then, what is it? I can't think of anything we would need to talk about.
What else would I possibly have to talk to you about than Harold? You're a real ditz, Kyla.
You know, I don't need to listen to this, right? The block button is right there. So inviting.
Hold on. I told you this is important. The thing is, I want to talk to you about the idea of Harold and I getting back together. Doesn't that seem like a fun idea?
What? Things aren't going so well with your new man? Let me guess, he realized what an annoying person you are and kicked you to the curb, so now you want to run back to Harold.
Stop saying such rude things about me. You don't even know me. For the record, I was the one who dumped him. I wasn't the one who got dumped. I dumped him because I finally realized how great Harold is.
Is that right?
It is, and that's why I need you to break up with him right now. You're going to hand him over to me.
I wonder why you think he'd even be interested. I heard that you told Harold how sick of him you were 3 years ago. I also heard that you were the one who slapped divorce papers in his face out of nowhere. It was a very messy divorce from what I heard. Even after all that, you think he would want to go back to you?
It was only because I was too young back then. I was too immature for a real relationship. Because of that, I couldn't see all the great things about him, but I'm older and wiser now, so I want to give us another chance.
Aren't you a year older than Harold? If you divorced 3 years ago, that would mean you were 29 back then. Being that close to 30, I don't know if I would consider that young.
Shut up! Don't talk all big because you two are younger than me. I have more experience than you on these things. Besides, most people don't change much after 30 years anyway. It takes more time than that to mature.
So you're saying you're prepared to marry Harold for real now? You're going to be completely committed to him? Even if that's true, you can't get together with him right now because Harold and I are still married. If you do anything with him, it would be considered adultery. If you purposely tried to steal my husband, I think I would have a pretty good case in suing you.
Wait for a second. I'm not talking about just getting together with him. I don't mean that I want to take him from you. Although I could do that easily, just so you know. I'd like for things to be nice and proper so you guys can have a nice simple divorce with no need to sue anyone.
Whatever you say. At any rate, Harold and I are still husband and wife. We haven't divorced, even if things aren't as passionate as they used to be. I really doubt someone like you could convince him to divorce me right now. We're still in a committed relationship.
Oh, really? I wouldn't be so sure about that. It would actually be a cakewalk for me. It looks to me like you haven't been paying as much attention to him. He must be feeling lonely and neglected by you right now. Now I'm really looking forward to having him back. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You're really determined to take him from me? Why do you want him so badly?
I told you, I realized how great he is and I want him back.
Well, I'm going to warn you now that if you start bothering my husband and trying to convince him to divorce me, there's definitely going to be a lawsuit with your name on it. I think I've got a pretty strong case whether you can convince him to take you back or not. Not that I think you can.
I know that already. You've said it like a million times now. It doesn't matter to me. I'll be breaking you two up by any means necessary. After that, Harold will finally be mine and we'll live happily ever after.
Excuse me, Ariana, do you have a second to talk? It's really important.
Well, if it isn't the soon-to-be ex-wife of my soon-to-be-again husband. How are you, Kayla? What can I do for you? If it's about how you're planning on giving up Harold to me, I'd be willing to listen. Otherwise, I have much better things to do than listen to anything else you have to say.
Please don't get in the habit of referring to me like that. That's just confusing and I don't like it. Anyways, I got a text message from some man who I'm not familiar with recently, and I know that I haven't given any new people my phone number. Ariana, did you give away my phone number to anyone? You're the only person I can think of who would do something like that.
It's rude of you to think I would do something so inappropriate. That's not like me at all. I wouldn't give your number out to some random stranger. All I did was give your number to your future husband.
So you did give it away. That is not okay, Ariana. You know that if the police found out about this, you would be in serious trouble, right?
Why would you tell the police? I'm trying to help you match up with a suitable future partner.
Why are you so worried about finding me a suitable partner? I am perfectly stable in my current relationship. Plus, you're giving my phone number to random strangers? That's extremely dangerous and immature. I honestly don't want to be contacted out of the blue by people who have never met, so please stop giving out my phone number.
Wow, you're so stubborn. I don't know what your problem is. You should show at least a little interest in him. At least give him the opportunity of a first date or something. I put a lot of effort into introducing you to him, you know. You could at least show some appreciation. Usually women are happy when they get introduced to a new man.
I have no interest in being introduced to a new man. Please, don't do it again. It's troubling for me to have to block every person you give my number. I don't have the time or energy for that. Maybe you don't understand why this is wrong. Should I go talk to the police about it instead?
Fine. You don't have to call the police. I'll just change strategies. I'm still going to win in the end, though. Hey, Kayla. I have a question I need to ask you. It's pretty important. It looks like you guys are living in a high-rise apartment, doesn't it? That's pretty amazing, you know. How are you guys making enough money to pay for that?
Do you mean which one of us is earning the money? Is that what you actually wanted to ask? Before that, who told you about where we're living? I definitely didn't mention it to you. Was it Harold?
No, it was actually Harold's cousin.
Of course. I guess you're still in contact with Harold's relatives, even though you were only temporarily married to him. Your relationship with him has become distant ever since you guys broke up, yet you're still determined to be with him. So now, instead of going to Harold directly, you've decided to get information from his relatives to further your plan.
No, that's not it. My relationship with Harold is totally fine. There's nothing bad going on between us. Just because I don't talk much with him doesn't mean we have a bad relationship. Besides, I can still talk to his relatives if I want. Nothing has changed. I'm still determined. I'm definitely going to break you two up so that I can get remarried to him. Just wait and see.
If I'm being honest, I haven't been feeling the same excitement I used to feel around him. It's been kind of dull lately. It's like we're going through a period of boredom in our marriage. I'm not as happy as I was before when I first married him. Even so, I'm still not going to hand him over to you. Our relationship is still going strong, although we still don't have any children.
Why are you so stubborn? You're still young. You shouldn't be married to someone as mature as him. You should hand him over to someone who can match his maturity, like me. That would be the best for everyone.
Weren't you the one who said that people don't change that much after they pass 30 years old? If that's the case, then you and I are in the same position. We both equally as qualified to be married to him based on age.
Whatever, just hurry up and break up with him already. I don't have any more time to wait. If you don't, I'm going to become an old lady soon. I need to find a committed relationship and have kids before that happens. You have to let me marry Harold now while I'm still young.
Even if I was to break up with Harold right now, there is still no guarantee that you would get together with him after me. At the end of the day, it depends on who he chooses to be with. He's not limited to being only with you.
That won't be the case. I will definitely end up with Harold. My plan is already in motion. There's no way I will let him escape. I will be with him at all costs. Good afternoon, Kayla. Hope you're doing well. I just wanted to let you know that I've changed strategies. I'll no longer be working against you to get Harold.
Huh? Is it really okay for you to be telling me this? Aren't you giving away free information to your rival? You would normally be more secretive about something like this. It seems like the kind of thing you wouldn't want me to find out.
You may think this is bad, but I've decided to ignore you when it comes to this matter. From here on, I'm going to be going after Harold directly. I've decided that it's the best approach now.
So it means you're ready for me to have a reason to sue you for interfering with my marriage? Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm not going to do anything that will make us guilty of having an affair. I'm much smarter than that. I'm just going to sit him down at a cafe and earnestly persuade him to be with me while drinking coffee. I'll let him know that if he's married to me instead of you, then it would be something good for both of us.
Persuasion? Is that all? I was expecting something a bit more complicated from you. It's true that you wouldn't be accused of an affair if all you're doing is drinking coffee. Even so, to think that persuasion is all it takes to convince him to remarry you, I find it hard to believe that'll work.
Actually, I'm sitting with Harold at a cafe right now. I probably should have mentioned that from the beginning.
Huh? So you've already started your new plan then? Wait a minute. Doesn't Harold have work right now? Don't you have work too?
Harold and I are both working in the same industry. We're chatting with each other while exchanging information. Speaking of which, he must be making a good amount of money, right? Since you guys are able to live in a high-rise apartment. He must be treating you with all kinds of gourmet meals and desserts. Must be nice.
You might have the wrong idea. I don't think it's as luxurious as you think it is. You might be surprised by how much he's really making. Hold on. Since you believe he's making a lot of money, would you still love and want to marry him if he didn't? Or is it only about the money?
Of course, I may have figured out around how much money he was making first, but my feelings for him were serious. I genuinely want Harold and I to be husband and wife again from the bottom of my heart. That is my top priority.
That was such a convincing admission of your feelings. So believable.
What? Are you scared? Anytime now, Harold might decide to throw you away to get back together with me. You must be worried about that. Since that's bound to happen, you might as well run away and leave him to me before it does happen. I can help you by sending the divorce registration forms for you to fill out. Anything for you.
I'm not going to run away, so there's no need for you to do that. I'm staying committed to my relationship. Even if that's all true, is it okay for you to be messaging me while you're having a conversation with him right now?
Oh, that's a good point. Thanks for helping me realize that. That would have been a big mistake on my part. Although, you shouldn't be playing fair with your love rival. That's a stupid move. You're only speeding up your relationship's demise. Anyway, you're right. I need to be focusing on persuading Harold to be with me right now. I don't have time to be texting you. I'll deal with you later. Ha! I have finally convinced Harold to join my ranks.
Join your ranks? You mean you convinced Harold to be with you? Why not just say it normally? This isn't war, you know.
Harold finally said that he will divorce you. It took a lot of work, but I finally got him to agree to that. After that, he and I will be back together at last. Looks like I won this war. Plus, he said he won't be going home tonight. He's going to be spending the night with me.
So, he gave in to your temptation after all, huh? I can't say that I'm surprised, though. Our relationship has been on shaky ground for a while now. You did say that you put a lot of effort into persuading him. Do you know what that means? You've definitely been interfering with my marriage. So, expect a call from my lawyer soon, and go ahead and tell Harold the same thing.
I know all that already, but it doesn't matter. I've already accounted for that issue. Harold has a ton of money coming in already. Paying you off will be nothing for him. I'm not scared of something as silly as a lawsuit in the face of love. It's just a small amount of change compared to the money Harold's going to be getting soon. With that being said, I'll be helping myself to Harold without restraint now. I have no other barriers in my way. After all this, I'll be able to live in a nice $1.5 million high-rise apartment. It's going to be amazing.
Do you expect to just uproot me from my home? Besides, are you sure this apartment I'm living in is okay for you? It's pretty old.
That doesn't matter. I was able to get my old love back. Like I said before, that is what's most important to me. Besides, taking your old husband and your old place fits pretty well in that sense. But it's better to say that I'm taking Harold and his place back from you, as I should, so it's not old.
I'm not sure why someone would want another person's old spouse in place, but you'll have to worry about that after we divorce. If you're really intent on taking all this, though, then you're still going to have to wait for us to get divorced first. Sounds like it's going to be a messy one. But after that, you guys are free to do whatever you like. I really don't care about the relationship anymore.
So, you finally acknowledge that you lost to me. It's about time. It took a while, but at last, Harold is finally mine.
If you really feel that passionately about a man who would cheat on his wife to be with you, then I'd be glad to give him up to you. I wouldn't think that that would be the kind of person someone would want to be with, but maybe you're just not like most people. As for me, I want to look for a more sincere and loyal person. That's the kind of person I would be much happier with.
Things would have gone much smoother if you just said all of this from the beginning. I wouldn't have had to waste all that energy stealing him from you.
Don't forget money. You're both about to waste a whole lot of money on this as well.
You've wasted a lot of time and effort throughout all this too, you know? Kayla, it's okay for you to cry about how frustrating it is to have your man stolen by me. You should be honest about how you feel.
It's not really frustrating. I don't know how to better explain it, but it feels more like a sense of loss. I'm not sure why, though, since he wasn't the best husband to me. I guess it's because I've gotten used to seeing Harold's face at home every day, but now I'll have to get used to coming home to an empty house. If we break up, I'll lose that feeling of having someone waiting for me at home. It's almost as if a hole has opened up in my heart.
I'm glad you finally admitted your loss to me. I'll be happy to help myself to any other things you want to give up to me.
When Harold comes home, I'll first condemn him for cheating on me, then we'll begin the procedure for a divorce. Like I said, you can help yourself to whatever's left after the divorce is finished.
That might be tricky, since Harold said he wasn't returning tonight, and I think that's going to be the case from here on. He may not even return at all. I hope you can overcome all the lonely and cold nights you're about to experience. Hey, Kayla! You need to explain this right now! The division of property for the divorce doesn't make any sense. It's completely one-sided in your favor. You've basically stripped Harold of the clothes on his back, and you accidentally included my house in the division of property?
Oh, it's you, Ariana. I was wondering when you would be messaging me. Anyways, this is how things were organized by my lawyer. Harold agreed to it as well. You want to get back together with Harold as soon as possible, don't you? Then it would be fastest to let the system work as it's supposed to. It's the quickest approach to getting married to him again. You shouldn't be worried about the property this much if that's all you care about.
None of what you said matters right now. Give me back the money Harold used to pay for that apartment. You still owe us that, you know. Either that, or hurry up and get out of there. Harold and I are supposed to be living there together right now, but you're in our way.
Speaking of which...
Stop messing around already. Give me back the $1.5 million spent on that place, or hurry up and pack your things and get out of there.
I think you might be misunderstanding things, Ariana. The circumstances are not how you think they are.
What misunderstanding are you talking about? What could I possibly be misunderstanding?
It's a bit of a hassle to explain, but I'll try my best. I'm not even sure where to begin. I guess I'll start with the money that you're speaking of. Let's get that out of the way first.
Finally, that's the main reason I'm contacting you right now. Can't wait to get that money.
You might already be confused about this, but you're not getting the $1.5 million spent on the apartment. It's not meant to go to you.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why not?
Did you ask Harold about his current financial affairs before the divorce started? Did you also ask him about the money spent on the apartment?
He told me that after we got remarried, we were going to get the high-rise apartment that he paid for in cash, the one you're currently still in. He also said that he was supposed to be getting about $3 million in inheritance after the divorce. He was very confident in telling me that this was the case. I didn't see any reason for him to not be telling the truth. And now that the divorce is finished, we should each be getting $1.5 million in property from you. Is that not the case?
Well, for starters, when he told you that he paid for the apartment in cash, that wasn't true. The apartment is under my name. I'm the one who paid for it. I used my own money to do it as well. Plus, I bought it before we got married, so this apartment is not included in property that's supposed to be divided during the divorce.
Huh? You're the one who paid for it? There's no way you could have done that. Did you pay for a high-rise apartment in cash yourself? That would be way too expensive for you. How is that even possible? You better explain yourself.
I don't have to explain myself to you. But rest assured that I bought this apartment with my own money and I'm going to be keeping it.
Harold told me that he got an inheritance that allowed him to pay for the place. I thought that he got it from his wealthy parents after they passed or something. I didn't really think too much about it.
Don't you know that Harold's parents are still alive? I thought he would have told you that, but I guess not, since he was lying about the other stuff as well. As I said, I bought the apartment with my own money before Harold and I were even married. As for an inheritance, my mother and I received about $3 million when my father passed last year. That's kind of true.
That's it. That's the money I'm talking about. So you are the one with the inheritance. Well, then hurry up and give it to Harold. He should be getting a portion of it in the divorce.
Why? It's my inheritance from my father. It has nothing to do with Harold, and it's not subject to being split in a divorce. It qualifies as my own personal funds, but not connected to our marriage in any way.
Wait. What? Wait a second. I'm sorry. I don't think I understand what you're saying.
Well then, let me type it one more time so you understand. You guys will not be getting a single cent of that money. You are not entitled to any of it. On the other hand, I'm squeezing Harold for every penny I can get in the divorce, and you've got a lawsuit incoming as promised since you both had an affair. I'm looking forward to that extra income.
I forgot about that. Oh, it completely slipped my mind. How much was it supposed to be again?
I'm sure it's nothing you guys can't handle. Starting from the day that our divorce was officially established, Harold was officially enrolled in to have his wages garnished for it, so don't even worry about it. You can just focus on taking care of the lawsuit. Moreover, Ariana, you'll also be having to pay extra damages for harassment charges. I'm sure you remember when you were giving my phone number away to random strangers. So those insidious actions will also be reflected in your charges. I hope you can afford to pay all that since you decided to act in that way.
Wait a second. To put it frankly, I don't have enough to pay for that, and there's no way for me to get the money needed for a lawsuit. If you want money from me, you're going to have to ask Harold. He should be making good enough money to help pay for it.
I'm glad you're confident in that, but if I'm being honest, he's most likely making pocket money compared to what you have to pay. I don't think his salary has gone up since before we got married to each other. He's still making the same small salary as before. I think it's low enough that he was getting government assistance before we got married. Guess he might have to again, considering his wages are being garnished now.
He was on welfare? How little money is he making? He hasn't been able to get a higher paying job for the past 3 years. How is that possible? He told me he had enough cash to buy that high-rise apartment. I can't believe he lied to me.
When I think back on it, you were never really interested in Harold, were you? You were only after him for his money. All you could see from him was the nice property and money you would get once you married him.
What do you mean by that? That's not true. I mean, it's not entirely true.
The only reason that you believed Harold had a ton of money was that he was behaving like such a rich person using my money. You thought that if he became a rich person, then remarrying him would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to be rich as well, didn't you? But you made a mistake in assuming that he was the one making all that money. That was a huge mistake on your part.
I can't believe this. You were the one who owned the apartment this entire time? Why would he not tell me that? Even if you're the actual owner of the place, I thought that he would at least be getting half of everything through the divorce. I was sure at least that would happen.
I guess you guys should have looked into it a little better. I don't know what to tell you. If you had just let things run their course naturally, Harold's alimony probably wouldn't be as bad as it is, and you wouldn't have this lawsuit on your hands. But I guess he still had a love for his original wife enough that he was willing to lose the money. That's something only he could explain. Anyway, I hope you're both happy. But even if you aren't, I'll still be expecting that money.
Well, I'm not sure you can count on the money Harold and I make to pay for it. It's not even close to how much is due. I misunderstood how much money was in play, so now we're two partners without money who ended up getting married.
Even without money, love can overcome all. That sounds good, doesn't it? You may have stolen him from me, but I'm sure that kind of love will be exciting for you. Have the best time you can while you're still young.
There is nothing exciting about this. This is a mess, and I don't even know what I should do about it. Wait a second. Was all this really a misunderstanding? Something doesn't feel right about this. Harold has been in the financial state that he's in now this whole time. You knew about it and never mentioned it to me. Don't tell me. You were playing me from the beginning.
I really wish I could see the look on your face right now. You must be super pale. Oh, I should also tell you that Harold still has some debt from before we got married that he still has yet to pay off. He never had any savings or inheritance to begin with. It was all a lie.
Is that so? I remember now. He was always a reckless spender, wasn't he? He never mentioned to me his reckless spending when we were talking, though.
He's the type to come home in the middle of the night with no money left. He sure loves to party. This is a perfect matchup. You two are a match made in heaven. I'm sure it will work out for the both of you.
With things as the way they are now, I can't picture us having a future together. It would be completely chaotic. I can't be with someone who will spend all my money in one night. I won't allow it.
So, if you don't mind answering, which part of everything that happened surprises you the most? Not getting the money, or your future husband being a lying scumbag?
It's both. They're both bad news. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll both be stuck paying you for a long time. I have no idea where we're going to get the money for it. Also, I have to have a kid now while I'm still young enough. With that in mind, we don't have any money left for our own lives.
That's strange, isn't it? It looks like things didn't go exactly according to plan for you. What a shame. I'm sure your faithful love for Harold will persevere through all of this, so why are you so anxious?
Because I won't be living in the apartment I thought I was going to get. I thought Harold was a rich man with a ton of properties, but he hasn't changed at all. He's still the same mess he was when I left him the first time. This whole thing is a mess. You basically tricked me. How could you do this? Don't you feel sorry for me?
You jumped to conclusions on your own without confirming first. That's what caused this misunderstanding. On top of that, you stole Harold from me while we were still married. I told you that was a bad idea from the beginning.
Listen, I'll give Harold back to you, so please cancel the lawsuit. I have no way of paying that.
You can't be serious. Stop joking around like that. It's not even funny. You decided to recklessly get together with him, so he's yours. I've already left him, so our relationship is done. I don't need to get back together with someone I've already divorced. There's no benefit in me doing something like that, so I refuse.
You can't be serious. What am I supposed to do? I can't pay that kind of money. I'll do anything just to help me out with his debt. Please cancel it.
There's no way I'll be doing that. You have no choice but to find a way to pay it off. I warned you from the very beginning, but you didn't listen to me. You went ahead and did as you wished, and now it's time to pay the piper.
But I can't.
Well, you should have thought about that before. Why do you think I would ever help you? There's literally zero benefit for me.
That's why I said I would give Harold back. It could be like a trade.
And I said I don't need him. I refuse. There's nothing for us to trade. The only thing for you to do is to pay the money that you owe.
No way. But we don't have enough money.
Well, that's not really my problem. If you don't pay, I will be forced to petition the court again. If it's going to be a problem, I'm pretty sure we can get your wages garnished just like Harold. It would be fairly simple for me to do that.
You would take it that far? But then we wouldn't be able to afford everyday expenses. We would have no way to live.
That is what happens when you act selfishly with no regard for the consequences or other people. You should have thought about all this beforehand. Don't worry, it's not like they'll take your entire salary. They will leave some money for you, but it will leave barely enough for you to be able to afford living expenses.
You've got to be kidding me. So, no inheritance, no house, nothing? Just no good Harold. How did you get the money to pay for that apartment anyway? You said you bought it before you got the inheritance, right?
I guess I might as well tell you. It's not like Harold doesn't know anyway. I can't believe he didn't tell you.
No, he never told me anything.
I happen to be a writer. Harold was the one who was in charge of me at his publishing firm.
So, that's your financial relationship with Harold? I didn't know that.
That's right. Or it was, but now that relationship is over. I can't work with Harold anymore now that we're divorced. I've already transferred to a new publisher.
Hey, Kayla, you know that I work in publishing as well, right? What do you think of coming to us?
Did you really think I would agree to something like that after everything that happened? You must be joking with me. Anyway, you may not have known what my job is, but I knew all about yours, so rest assured I steered well clear of them when I found my new partnership. They treat me well and have a small commission on my books. So from here on out, any further conversation we need to have will be through my lawyer. You can contact him if you have anything else left to say.
No way. I'm really sorry. Kayla, don't leave yet.
I'm already tired from texting you for this long. I need to go to bed. Well then, I wish you the best.
Wait a second.
With the help of my lawyer, I was eventually able to get all of the money I was owed from both Ariana and Harold. My new publisher is really great as well, and my new editor is way better than Harold ever was. I wonder if Harold was reprimanded for losing me to another publisher. If that's the case, it would be very difficult for him to continue working as an editor at that company. When I imagine his pitiful face right now, I can only think about how much of a mistake I had made in marrying him. Speaking of him, I heard him and Ariana did in fact get remarried, but they couldn't stop fighting with each other, and just like before, they eventually ended up getting another divorce. I wonder if it was all worth it for them in the end. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.